Alright, welcome back. I will be doing a Druid breakdown on the Kanghammer event on this one. Nothing crazy. This is usually like my off event, so I'm not going to glyph. Nature's Fury, Distant Configuration, and Force Rejuve are all down from the last event. I'll get back to those later. Let's just get right into it. I mean, this event's pretty easy. There's nothing really crazy going on. The timing on this one's a little weird when we start it, since there's a delay between when we start it and when the event goes active. I can pre-burn with ITC, but I try not to pop everything straight away until the boss actually goes live. And you know me, I'm always starting out with Boiling Wrath. So I go Boiling Wrath, Season's Wrath, ask for Haze, try to hit Vortex, Vortex doesn't fire. Then I hear right there, Chromatic Haze just fired, so I've got Haze, I've got Synergy and Haze. So I immediately hit Destructive Vortex. This is before the dot tick has happened, so I'm safe. I burned in time, it's all good. First tick, big damage. You know how we do it. Dots and the nukes, nothing crazy. I'm waiting here. I'm avoiding nuking because I want that second tick of Chromatic Haze to go away, and then it does, but then by the time it goes away, my NVW is back, so I just wait and I hit that instead. That way I keep the top dot slot priority, so any future synergies I get, they can go straight to NVW. Engineers up. I would... I got very lucky there. I dotted myself, and it just worked out that it resisted. Usually here I would Force Rejuve Boiling Wrath, but I can't do that because it's down. So I do MGB Spirit of the Wood there, just since it's a dot, you know, might as well get some healing in, might as well. And Boon as well. I've got triggers for those, but I don't have Gina triggers on, so you guys can't see them, but I've got timers, so that's it's handy. I track the rest of the druids in the raid. Kind of a misplay there. I go to nuke and then I just wait the nuke out instead of canceling to recast Sun's Called, or whatever it is. Like I said, this is my off event, so in addition to lack of glyphing, there's also a lack of care. Whenever the mob pops, yeah, I think we're running to the north one, so... And I don't even have the right maps up, but it's fine, I know my way. I could hit Twin Cast here, since my improved Twin Cast is down, but I have to wait until the boss gets back because these usually all die at fairly similar pace, and you don't want to push it too far because then you'd have to wait on the other people. We don't really focus on like pushing or holding DPS usually on these, but I guess it's just something kind of worth noting. So at this point, Distant Configuration is repopped. I could hit it, but I choose not to because I want to save it for the next event, as opposed to getting in, you know, I'm running in the wrong direction. As opposed to getting maybe 3 casts of it in and then, you know, having to wait for loot. So here, now that I'm back, I'll go Twin Cast and then just run back with the 4 dots and nukes. Nothing crazy. Something I should do here again, but don't, is hit... Oh, I do! Alright, so the reason I hit Spirit of the Great Wolf there is because I know this event's not going to last for another, like, past the next 4 minutes. So there's no, it's fine for me to mess up my chain, essentially. And I know in the next 7.5 minutes before both recasts, we won't be doing any new events. So it's very slightly better than the Group Wolf, so it doesn't really matter. Twin Cast ends, I bifold NBW. Y'all know how it is. At this point, I'm nuking like in rotation to keep always a nuke firing, but I'm also trying to watch for synergies if I can. It's not the end of the world, since burns are down. Okay, I don't know if I have the proof to prove this, but I think I'm going to guess. I'm going to assume that when your burns are up, it's more worthwhile to hold a nuke and have it the Conjure synergy, Gift of Hazy Thoughts, or Beguiler synergy from your mage and your enchanter. Focus your Boiling Wrath instead. I've talked about this ad nauseum. I will never shut up about it. Not enough druids do it. It's a huge factor in DPS, but anyway, I think that's a lot more important during the burn than it is just regularly, because your proc damage off of your, like, the comparative damage is less important. So I think I think on non-burn, I'm still going to duck out of a nuke if I need to, when I'm still going to watch my nuke rotation and try and keep track of when the mages are casting, so I know roughly when I'm going to get a Conjure synergy, when the channers are casting, so I know roughly when I get a Beguiler synergy. Obviously, Gift of Hazy Thoughts is random. But it matters less, so I'm less likely to duck out or cancel or just alter my nuke rotation to watch for it, as opposed to just getting a pure higher quantity of nukes in for, you know, proc damage and all that. Sorry, it was a bit lengthy, but it is an important topic. I'm really not going to get any burns back for the rest of the event, so I think short of recasting Boiling Wrath and then I got a Horde cast up here, that's really all I'm going to do. I'm not meleeing the boss right now, but I try and move during global cooldown because I'd rather not move when I'm casting. I have to wait. And that's it. It's really nothing crazy. I will show my parts for this event. If anybody cares about the breakdown, I will note my DPS looks lower than it is because my dots kept ticking, especially Chill, on the boss while we ran to go do the towers. So as a whole, this fight was maybe only like 180 seconds, but it looks like it did 239 seconds. So probably did more like quote-unquote real DPS, but this is, I mean, the total damage amount's really the only true value here. 60 million Boiling Wrath is nice. I mean, really nothing crazy. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thanks, y'all.